There we go, now we got some power. Got the 6.0 rigged up, front tow hook to a soft shackle, kinetic recovery strap. This line here was so rusted I just barely hit it with the vacuum and it broke right off. This one's not much better. Oh yeah, no good. I've been picking and prying at this thing, but it is just absolutely mangled and rusted away. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it out of there. I can just cut this. This should pull right through now. Got the replacement fuel line at O'Reilly's today, so hopefully this is all I need. I can pull the pump, put the new one in, get back on the road. Alright, let's go outside and get started. 7:30 p.m. beginning of March in Michigan, 50 degrees, raining, pitch dark. What better time to work on this thing? Hopefully this rust doesn't give me issues getting this lock ring off too. I don't even know what fell. So I just spent the last 15 minutes looking for that one part that I need that fell. Couldn't find it. Even went to the computer, pulled the SD card out of the camera and looked back at the video to see if I could find where it fell. No luck. Couldn't find it anywhere around here in the tank, nowhere on the ground. Finally I got my whole body down under the truck, and just as I was coming down I saw it right in here. Alright, now that we're back in business, let's figure this tool out. That looks pretty close to me. Let's see what size socket I need now. 9/16. Alright, let's hope this thing comes out. Time to get the breaker bar. Okay, I got a smaller 3/8 I'm going to try first. And then if that doesn't work, I got a longer 1/2 inch with a 3/8 adapter on it. See if that won't get it loose. Okay, we're moving up to the big one. Wow. That is moving the whole entire truck. Yeah, I just snapped that extension right off. Let's see if I can get it out. Alright, let's try again with a fresh one. I say not to do this, but I'm going to try it anyway, so I don't know what else to do. That seems like it's moving it just a little bit. This might work. I guess the special tool was not required, and in fact a waste of money. Quite unfortunate. How do they expect that? Oh, okay, never mind. Inside of the tank looks pretty good and still smells mostly like gas despite having sat for, I don't know, 7-8 months, so that's a good sign. Alright, let's try and clean this up just a little bit. The vacuum seemed to have got rid of most of the bigger stuff, so now I'm going to use one rag to plug this hole, and the other to try and do a little bit more fine scrubbing to hopefully get this somewhat clean. Alright, we got a little bit of debris in the bottom of the tank, unfortunately, but I don't really have the means to drop it and clean it out properly right now, so we're just going to send it and hope it works. This groove where the O-ring seals on is pretty clean, and that's the important part. Alright, here's the new pump. It does come with a nice new O-ring. Failure to clean the fuel tank may void your warranty. I guess I need to go look at the other one to figure out what orientation that float is installed in. Well, this one is different, so it's not going to be much help as a reference. Well, the instructions didn't give me any kind of helpful advice, but I just noticed right on the packaging there's this kind of stock image. I'm not entirely sure that's the same pump. I don't think it is, but this kind of fuel level sender here looks to be the same design. So I'm gonna assume that's correct. And so we see here that this wiper is on the upper part of the electrical contacts when the float is the furthest down in its travel, or when the tank is empty. So I'm going to mirror that on my pump. What I can reference from the part in the truck is this float faced between this white connector and this tab here. It faced this way. So I know this has got to go like this. And we said that this is at the bottom of its travel when these wipers are at the top of their travel. Oh, you know what? I see now. This goes right in there. It actually can't go multiple ways. Well, I guess you could if you were not paying attention, but it appears that there's only one proper way to do it, so that this inserts down into here, and that would keep it from moving in this direction here, and then these clips obviously keep it from popping off. But it's always good to double check. Alright, let's go put it in the truck. I'm going to slide this O-ring over. Oh yeah, I can see there's two little notches here in the tank that line up with this notch on the pump. Stick this down in here. I don't think this orientation matters any, and this lip needs to face up, otherwise it wouldn't set right. Let's see if this fancy tool here works any better on the install with a clean ring. It's starting to go. I'm going to get the breaker bar. I think that's all it's got. Okay. It's not the recommended way to do it, but that's how I got it to work. This one should be the return line. This new pump didn't come with an O-ring for it, so I'm glad I saved this one. And this one didn't have an O-ring from what I recall. I'm going to put this line on. This is directional. You can see this notch is offset, so make sure you line it up with this line here. Go. That's nice and flush. So it looks like the design of this pump is a little bit different. This one you can see here. This comes out back here, which is the same location as it is on the new one. But if we look at this broken off stub here, it's a little bit shorter on the OEM one. I'm going to go ahead and get the new feed line from inside. Here's this new line, so I'm going to mock this up first from this direction. I can't see it. I think the camera can. I can feel it. Oh yeah, I can see it now. Not entirely sure what it was hanging up on there, but got it moving now. I set the camera down for a minute to finish fishing it through there. Should be able to just push this, yep, straight on till it clicks. This should pop in here nicely. I might need 2 hands for that though. I got this line in. I actually ended up popping this bigger line out of the clip first so that this middle section would flex a little bit more, and then I popped the small line in, and this big line went in pretty easy. This one here I definitely couldn't get on camera because I can't even fit my head up there. I had to do it all by feel with my hands, but it's in too. I'm going to go ahead and get this line connected. There we go. Now I've got to figure out how to get this one, and I guess that works. Unfortunately, since this clip was destroyed, I have to get creative. But you know what? First I'm going to go ahead and do these wiring connectors. On this old pump, there's this little plastic cover over this connector. I don't entirely know what purpose, if any, it serves, but it's missing on the new one. So I'm going to attempt to pry this one off and install it on the new one. If I can do this without breaking it. Yep, one of those tabs broke. I don't know if there's anything I could have done. There's no way to get in there from the side and squeeze it, but one should maybe do it. Yeah, it's not great, but it's doing something anyway. Okay, let's see what I can come up with here. One like this. And then one around through here, like this. And then we'll tie it into this one. That should hopefully stay in this little notch there. And then tighten this like this. I think that should be plenty good. Again, especially since there's shouldn't really be any pressure on this since it's a return line. I think the next step is to try and fire it up. Actually, I'm going to clean up some of these tools off the frame here first. Alright, while I was cleaning up, I just found this little clip here. I couldn't remember which one of these connectors it went on, and it actually fits both. So I had to go back through some of my footage, check to see where it actually went, but it was originally on this one, so that's where I'm going to replace it. Okay, let's see if there's any power still from the other day. No, there is not. Okay, the tractor's been charging the truck for a few minutes. The dome light came on when I got in, so that's good. I don't really know if there's a priming procedure. I'm just going to cycle the key a few times and we'll see what happens. Alright, I'm gonna go check on the pump in the back now, make sure nothing's leaking. Yeah, looks good to me. Alright, let's see if this thing will start. Okay. Guess the battery's much weaker than I thought.